Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I don't cut them open. No way. There's nothing. Hey, you gotta be kidding me. Oh. Well, there's the rotten slip. Hey, wait. Oh! Is that really it? Just one? You gotta be kidding me.
That thing is tiny. That's not a potato.
I can't feed my family like that. Oh, that's it?
That's it? Just one? I thought potatoes were like the easiest thing to grow.
Well, they grew just fine.
They? You mean it?
Okay, now let's see how much we get from this one. Should I give him longer?
I would, because look how tiny it is. It's like a quarter of a potato.
Okay. You can stop it. Welcome back to the Urban Third Homestead, where us, some city dwellers, attempt to turn our third of an acre property in the city into a food forest on a very limited budget and with very limited knowledge. Hello! As you can see, we were having a problem with fertility. My potatoes, which seemed to be growing out of control, didn't really produce much. So we decided that we wanted to get some fertility shipped in, but we didn't want to pay for it. So we ordered from Chipdrop.com a free load of wood chip. The local arborists or tree trimmers came and dropped off a load of wood chips, as you saw. It was a lot of work. That wood chip pile sat there for months. I thought I was really working hard to move it. I would have preferred to have it dropped off in the backyard, but we don't have any way to get a truck through. As you know, we're in the city, and our neighbors are right next to us. We don't have space on either side of our house to get a truck through. So the load was dropped in the front, in the driveway, which I also wish I hadn't done that. And it took us a long time to move it. Some positives and some negatives about the wood chips. We had a problem with some wildlife after we got our chip drop. We noticed a whole family of rats had moved into the neighborhood, and I don't know if this was from the chip drop or if they were just suddenly attracted to our area. I'm not exactly sure. That's one thing to keep in mind, is that some wildlife may be in your chip drop. I think that we may have got the rat problem under control. We caught 2 rats in traps, which was horrible, and Scout killed 2 rats. So hopefully that was the problem. Also, very soon after we got our chip drop, we suddenly had a flea problem, and we've never had fleas before. So I don't know if they came in the chip drop. I never thought they came in the chip drop, but then I heard on a Facebook group that maybe they did come in the chip drop. So something to keep in mind. I also noticed termites, which was a little scary, and I had heard that they were in there. Our house is made of brick, so I wasn't too concerned about that. And also, we're not putting any of it up against the house. It's more towards the back in the orchard, where we planted some peach trees, and then there's a big wild apple tree. So I wasn't too concerned about the termites, because that's what they do. They break down the wood and make it available as nutrients. Another thing I saw in the wood chips was wolf spiders. I have to admit, I did something terrible. It freaked me out because I saw a mother wolf spider with all her little babies on her back, and I freaked out and I stomped on it. And I know you're not supposed to, because all the babies scatter, and that's exactly what happened. It was the freakiest thing. But now I feel really bad because I should have had more respect for nature and diversity. And wolf spiders are healthy for your garden, and I should never have done it. I'm sorry. Okay, so my neighbors had some complaints about the chip drop. The neighbor behind me said that her daughter got a chip drop and her dog ate it. He was chewing on the wood chips and he ate some mold or something and got very sick. So that was something to worry about. Scout has been making her own wood chips. So hopefully she doesn't end up eating moldy wood chips down the road. The other neighbor on the other side, he said that it would make my nitrogen unavailable in the soil. But I don't think that we have a problem with nitrogen. I've never gotten a soil test, but we had a ton of grass. And as you can see, I laid down cardboard before I put the wood chips, and that was to kill the grass and make the nitrogen in the grass available to the soil. So I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. At the point that I'm making this video now, the wood chips have been there for about, I want to say 6 months. And I'll show you a little sample of the soil already. It's already amazing. So I have high hopes about this next growing season. You can't really see from what I'm doing because it's only 25 degrees, so the ground is slightly frozen. But I pulled a blueberry bush out of this place the other day, and there were tons of worms. So I do believe that the wood chips are making it more fertile. So all in all, I was very, very pleased with my wood chip drop, and I ordered another one and another one. My first one had fairly good quality wood chips. Ironwood delivered them. The second, the quality was not as good. There were a lot of branches, very, very few wood chips, and Shane and Nathan had spread them all over the front yard before I saw how terrible the quality was. So I ended up going around and picking up all the branches and then having to burn them, which was fine because now we can use that wood ash for things like the chicken dust bath and to put into the soil, put into the compost. And then I wanted another one, and we got that from, oh man, I want to say it was Mulroney. I'll correct myself in the editing if that's not right. But it was an amazing chip drop, and I was so super pleased with this last one. So all in all, I recommend a chip drop for everyone. I think it was a great way to prepare my soil for the next growing season, and I think it's going to last. It's going to steadily deliver nutrients, hopefully for many years to come.